afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to Firo Day. Firo, are we in this house? I can't see you. Can we have our guests seated behind to come forward a little? Can we have some of our guests? Let's fill up the empty spaces because of the camera, please.
Let me just adjust this.
If you're there, sir, please just move forward. Please move forward, sir, please. Thank you. Move forward, please. Um, we we are going to start off in just a few minutes. Um, So, we are going to kickstart this event proper. Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today marks another epoch-making event in the Science and Technology and Innovation Expo 2021. And the agency we are having on board now is the Federal Institute of Industrial Research, FIRO Oshodi. FIRO, as we all know, is a parastatal under the agency of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology. And FIRO was the idea of an economic mission sent to Nigeria in 1953 by the World Bank. The mission's observation was that industrial research activities in Nigeria were diffused and uncoordinated with no definite direction. Consequently, FIRO was born. So, can we celebrate FIRO? FIRO has been a long-standing industrial research agency under the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology. So please, let's celebrate FIRO. Today is their day. Let's celebrate FIRO, please. We are going to start this event with an opening prayer, which is the national anthem, the second stanza of national anthem, and I would like to crave our indulgence that we should be upstanding as we take the national prayers together. Can we be upstanding, please? O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Amen. You may please take your seats. You may please take your seats. Once again, you are welcome to FIRO Day. Permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have a beautiful, amiable lady who is holding the helm of affairs in FIRO. I would like to introduce Dr. Agnes Yemisi Asagbra, She is the acting director, FIRO, and she's so wonderful. Madam,
Sorry,
does,
they should move the table forward so that they can hear.
please can we increase this volume, please? All right. You are welcome on board, ma. I would like to also introduce some of the directors, supervising directors that we have in FIRO. As I call on your name, please just a wave or stand up and just give us a wave. We have Dr. Mrs. Obi Oluwole. She's the Director of Food Technology. Please, let's welcome her. You're welcome, ma. We also have Dr. Mrs. Bolanle Oyedeyin. She is the Director of Planning Technology Transfer. Is she here? Let's celebrate her, please. We have Dr. Adekunle IC Lawal. He is the Director of Biotechnology of FIRO. You're welcome, Doctor. We have Dr. Engineer Bolanle Ashiru. He's the Director of Process Design and Development. You're welcome, sir. We have Dr. Toyin Taiwo. He's the Acting Director, Chemical and Accounts. Hello, ma. Hello, ma. What's this? Chemical and what?
Fiber technology.
Okay. Chemical and Fiber Technology Department. Dr. Toyin, please, Taiwo. Okay. You're welcome, ma. Next on our list is Dr. Mrs. Kayode. She's the Acting Director of Production, Analytical Services and Lab Management. Is she in the house? You're welcome, ma. Good to have you. We also have Mr. J.O. Oderinde. He is my very good friend. I like calling him Mr. Josh. Mr. Joshua, he's the Director of Finance. He's in charge of money. So he's my friend. You're welcome, sir. We have Dr. Mrs. Tony Akifire. She is the Director HRM. Is she in the house? Hello, ma'am. Director Human Resources. Director Human Resources. You are welcome, ma'am. We have our panel of discussants. We have people that are coming to discuss salient issues concerning FIRO and food technology in Nigeria. So we have on our panel of discussion Dr. Oluwatoyin Olumide, Director of Food. I hope I got it right. Did I get it right, ma'am? Okay. Oluwatoyin. Okay, we also have Dr. Lawal Adekunle Kolawole, Director of Biotechnology. They will be our panelists. And we have Dr. Engineer Bolanle Asiru is also part of the panelists that we'll be discussing. And I think that will suffice for now. If there are other panelists, we will call their names. So once again, you are welcome. On this note, I would like to read we have an amiable, beautiful lady. I'm so excited that a lady is on board FIRO, and we know what ladies can do. At least I know the antecedent of our past DG, Professor Mrs. Gloria Elemo. We all know that she left her footprints on the sands of times in FIRO. Let's still celebrate that great woman. And we also have a wonderful, amiable lady on board FIRO. Her name is Mrs. Agnes Yemisi Asagbara. She is a PhD holder. She's a core scientist and researcher with years of experience in contributing to the technological advancement of Nigeria. She is a leading proponent of science and technology as a veritable tool in driving the economy of the country through innovations and scientific Research. She had started her career at the Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, as a research officer in January 1988. And she was deployed to the fermentation unit of the then Applied Biology Department of the Institute, now known as the Biotechnology Department. She rose through the ranks and became a deputy director in the Biotechnology Department in October 2009. She was then appointed as director and head of the Production, Analytical Services and Laboratory Management Department in July 2015. Dr. Asagbara occupied this position until her appointment as the acting director general CEO of FIRO on the 10th of February 2020. She has a whole barrage of degrees. Because of time constraints, I will not go through all of it. Over the years, Dr. Yemisi Asagbara has worked on a variety of research projects such as food fermentation, antibiotics fermentation, quality systems, HACCP, waste utilization, and many others. She's quite impactful. She mentors the young, upcoming scientists and specialists in the area of quality and food safety with a strong passion for human capacity development and purposeful leadership. I will pause here as I bring on board this wonderful lady, Dr. Mrs. Agnes Yemisi Asagbara. Please, ma'am, you have the floor. She's going to give us her welcome address. Please, let's celebrate this great woman that is coming on board. Let's celebrate her, please. Is that how to celebrate your DG? Please celebrate her. You're welcome. You have the floor.
Thank you so very much. First and foremost, I would like to recognize in our midst the Director of Chemical Technology of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, who is our supervising director in FIRO, Ms. Dr. Bassi, from Bassi. Please, can you stand up for recognition, sir? Thank you very much for coming. I'd like to also call on and appreciate from the National Assembly, the Special Advisor to the House of Rep Chairman on Science Research Institute in the person of Mr. Tayo Adeyemi. Thank you very much. And I'd like to also appreciate and thank the directors here present, some of our consultants, the guest speaker of today, ladies and gentlemen, and men and women of the press. Thank you very much for honoring our day. FIRO stands for the Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, and it came into being in 1956. And I'd like to also appreciate the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and the Minister of State, the Science and Technology, the Permanent Secretary, who are not here present. And we know that this is the baby of the minister. And so that is the reason why we have this opportunity to be here today. So I'm highly honored by your presence at the FIRO Day during this 2021 Science and Technology Expo. And it is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this important occasion. FIRO is a parastatal under the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology with a mission to conduct and promote market-driven research and development for the industrialization and the socio-economic development of our nation. And the Institute uses all available local raw materials apart from petroleum products in our research. Anything that is raw material in this country and is not petrochemical is being researched into by FIRO. And at this point, I would like to say that in every local government area in Nigeria, there is an important raw material, and FIRO has been able to work on all this. So whatever local government area you belong, you will always find out that, yes, I can produce this, I can empower myself, my family can be empowered by such. A lot of our work has been carried up even to the stage where we can transfer this technology. We have about 250 technology that is ready for the uptake of anyone who is interested. And I'll make bold, if you look to my right-hand side here, some people have come to the Institute to learn one technology or the other. And these are some of the products that these ones have learned, and they have their companies presently on ground. So our research development, like I said, is on all areas apart from petroleum. So we are into food and agro-allied processing. We are into pulp and paper processing. We are into packaging and product design. And we are into fabrication and equipment prototype. And what does that tell us? It tells us that after we have made the production, after we have gotten the technology from the labs, we are able to take it to the pilot scale, and then we make the requisite equipment that you can use to produce whatever. Let's say it's the plantain flour. We already have the list of equipment that you can use to produce plantain flour. Is it green flour? Is it ogi? Is it your juice? Is it your whatever it is? You have the requisite prototype equipment. And in our mandate, we cannot fabricate for pilot plant, but we make prototypes. But we have gone even a step further to make sure that each and every one of you who come to the institution is able to have your own equipment. We have certified fabricators who can help to make this equipment. And we usually hold training workshops almost every week on some of our technology. And I'm sure we will be giving the brochure of our different training workshops for the year 2021. Today, the Institute prides itself as a major technology provider of MSMEs involved in manufacturing activities in Nigeria. A recent survey indicated that the Institute is a technology provider to about 70%, mark my words, 70% of MSMEs in Southwest geopolitical zone. And why is that possible? That is possible in addition to the fact that people come, they learn this technology. We have a strong collaboration with the technology incubation centers, where some of our trainees, after acquiring the technology, they are nurtured in this technology incubation center. And from there, they can build up their own companies and then move out of the technology incubation center. The theme of Firo Day this year is the innovations that have been produced from Firo's R&D activity, showcasing the products of some beneficiaries of Firo technologies. As the Firo Day activities, a special guest lecture will be delivered titled R&D for Innovation in Nigeria, a panacea for industrial development and economic growth, cushioning the effect of COVID-19 pandemic in a ravaged developing country. And we believe that this theme, this topic, is quite apt, considering the fact that a lot of people have one way or the other lost their jobs, or one way or the other, the finances that come into their hands are inadequate and they need to further enhance their revenues. So once again, I would like to appreciate the speaker of today in the person of Dr. Engineer Talabi. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. And I cannot but appreciate the board member, Mr. Naba, that had just come in just as I was giving my speech. You are welcome, sir. And I cannot but appreciate my brother, my dear brother, the DG of Midri. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. So once again, I want to welcome each and every one of us to this Firo Day and to say that you are specially welcome and that you are special to us in Firo. God bless you all. Is that how to celebrate this wonderful, amiable, beautiful? You can see, I'm always proud when I see a woman on board of any organization. It gives me joy. Let's celebrate Dr. Asabra once again. That was quite wonderful. Thank you so very much, Ma. While she was giving us her welcome address, we had some dignitaries walk in. We have Alaji Naba. He's the member of Firo Governing Board. I think he just walked in. Madam has introduced him. We also have Engineer Kayode, former UNIDO representative. Please, sir, if you're in the house, just give us a wave. You're welcome, sir. We have Mr. M.E.J. Bassi, the director, CFET, Fmst, and supervisory director. Okay, he's been introduced. And my own wonderful, wonderful brother. It's good to see you. It gives me joy whenever I see him. DG CEO Libri is no other person than Professor Duna Samson. Good to have you in the house. Please permit me, ladies and gentlemen, while the introductions were ongoing, I forgot to make mention of a wonderful lady. She is Mrs. Iyabo Layode. She is the director in charge of Firo here in Abuja. Please, ma, just stand. Beautiful, beautiful woman. Thank you so very much. And we also have our own very Dr. Oyeku. Dr. Oyeku is also a director in Firo, Director Extension and Linkages. Dr. Oyeku is part of our panelists. Is Dr. Oyeku in the house? He's always very busy. So let's just celebrate him. Let's celebrate him, please. Dr. Oyeku, you're welcome, sir.
So without much ado, I'd like to introduce our special guest speaker. This man, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at times I'm scared. I said, God, this wealth of knowledge, when he comes on board, I don't need to introduce much of him. His wealth of experience speaks volume. He's no other person than our own, very own engineer, Dr. Talabi. He is our special guest speaker for today, and he will be presenting his paper now. Dr. Talabi, you have the floor, sir. How many minutes should I give you?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For want of time, I wouldn't take us through the normal protocol that the that the master of ceremony will have done. I just want to say that I would like to stand on the existing protocol that have been well established and also well respected. If there is any traditional ruler here among us, instead of saying that I'm standing on the existing protocol, I will say I will prostrate on the existing protocol. So the presentation will be in about 3 to 4 parts. We have the introductory part of it, then we quickly jump to science and technology and innovation in Nigeria and some of the indicators. We go to some of the achievements that FIRO has recorded as an organization since it was established in year 1956. It's one of the foremost research institutes that have been established by the federal government of Nigeria. And luckily enough, we have it under the supervision or the purview of the Federal Minister of Science and Technology. So we say that research and development means investigation into new or improved products in businesses and industry. The work of investigating improved processes, products, and services, of developing new ones. That is, the services or the product that are going to develop as a result of research and development has to be quite and distinctly different from the one that has been known before. And most of the time, research and development be impactful, to be really impactful. Okay. So research and development results, standing on yourself for years and on the floors of the workshop for years, then the research and development result is not yet complete. For it to be complete and make the meaningful impact, it has to go to the market and be beneficial to the people. Research and development is a process that is intended to create new or improved technology that can provide a competitive advantage at the business, industry, or at national level. Research and development is a valuable tool for growing and improving businesses. It involves researching the market and customers' needs and developing new and improved products to fit these needs, especially in the international market. That is what I just explained. Another way of looking at research and development is that it provides powerful knowledge and insight which leads to improvements to existing processes where efficiency can be increased and it also allows businesses to develop new products and services to allow it to survive and thrive in competitive markets, especially in the local and international markets. It can also be seen as a valuable tool for growing and improving businesses. So many definitions of the R&D are there. Without wasting much of our time, we just have to say that the African continent is by far the second largest and most populous continent in the world, and that would rich and abundant mineral resources. And yet, paradoxically, it is the poorest. For the first time in the world, history, due to the sustained economic growth which China and India have experienced over the 20 years, the majority of the world's poor people that are living on or below $1 per day or less, are countries that are in Africa. And what is responsible for this? This is one of the reasons why we are here gathered today, that we have to take research and development very seriously. These emerging countries, they have leapfrogged and ensured that they are giving the developed world very stiff competition in the international market today. Why? Because they sustain and invest heavily in their research and development system, which of course many African countries were lagging behind in this area. So we need to step up. I'm happy that the representative of the National Assembly, both the Senate Committee on Science and Technology and the Federal House of Representatives, also of the National Assembly, they are both here. So please help us to take this message to them, that we need a lot of investment continuously and on a sustainable manner for science and technology, because there is no other way out. It is only science and technology that we can use to emancipate our people from poverty to limelight and be able to compete with their peers all over the whole world. There is no any other way out, because it has been tested. Even the advanced countries that we are looking at and that are supporting many of the developing African countries today, they leverage so much because they discovered this trick very early and they are not sparing it. That is what the magic, and we cannot tell them to give us on a platter of gold because they've invested heavily in it, their human and material resources. Over the past 2 centuries, some attributions have been made to improvements in economic growth and living standards to innovation. If you don't innovate, your living standard cannot improve. That's what it means. This is, however, suggested by some proponents that a well-motivated and sustained research and development sector will lead to a technologically advanced environment. That's the example I've just given of the developed or advanced nations. This could lead to higher productivity and benefit from economics of scale, thereby ensuring that there are employment opportunities and the workers earn high wage rates and improved standard of living, and their families are always very happy for this. The importance of research and development to economic growth have been well recognized to involve coming up with well-designed and efficient production techniques in the current production process and the creation of new and improved products. Science, technology, and innovation. Science, technology, and innovation, STI, is a system that plays vital roles in wealth creation and transformation of any society, and Nigeria cannot be an exception. We must embrace science, technology, and innovation. Wealth can be distributed in the society only when it is first generated through the application of new technologies for industrial development, as quoted by Nigram in 1986. More than 50% of the wealth created in developed countries emanated from technology, which is typically a product of research and development. Technological transformation in countries such as the United States of America, China, France, United Kingdom, India, and South Korea, just to mention a few, has undoubtedly contributed significantly to the listing of these countries among the top 20 economies in the whole world. This technological transformation can be linked to high level of research and development activities and innovation in the aforementioned countries. Research and development leading to creation of new goods and processes and services and new knowledge is a major source of technical change. Research and development activities can also entail the creation of new knowledge and the absorption of existing technology. So that is why our indigenous technology that we call local technology, we should not ignore them. Indigenous technology, you have to develop them. That is to say that you cannot try to run before you know how to, crawl, or before you know how to walk. It's a stage of, life. It's a life cycle that you first try to crawl as a child, then you try to stand on your legs, 2 legs, you try to run, you try to walk before you can run. So we cannot ignore our indigenous technology completely and saying that we want to go for the advanced ones. We are not saying that we should not be participants in the advanced technologies, but at the same time, we should be doing them pari passu. As we pursue and try to improve our locally developed technologies or indigenous technologies, we have to also be partakers in the new and emerging, advanced technology, so that we will not be left behind, as it has been in the first and the second industrial revolution that took part all over the whole world. However, estimating how much investment in R&D and in the overboarding, you see the coal tar going on, you see machineries and equipment rolling. Before you know it, a road project that the National Assembly has budgeted money for and they release money, within 6 months to 1 year, if the method of release is consistent and regular, they finish the whole work. For many other projects like that, but you cannot, expect that one to be